Now, my other point of slight confusion about what your strategy is on the Ishrat Jahan case, Ms. Digvijay Singh. On the Ishrat Jahan case, I have some doubts about what your whole strategy is, and I would like to ask you directly today face to face about it. You are saying the NIA is saying something, IB is saying something, CBI is saying something else. There should be clarity between all the government agencies are saying. Media sources should also be investigated. Media is spreading panic in the nation. Again, you've gone after the media. Question is, the Ministry of Home Affairs, Ms. Digvijay Singh, claimed in its first affidavit that Ishrat was a terrorist. Something it did not deny when it filed a second affidavit in September 2009. G.K. Pillai, who you know well and who Mr. Chidambaram used to depend greatly on as one of the best bureaucrats in the Home Ministry, said the Ministry of Home Affairs is concerned about Ishrat's terror rings. I don't know why you're smiling. Why would you want to go back again today to review whether or not she was linked to a terror module? Are you desperately trying to prove now that she was innocent? And why have you brought up this question now? The affidavit is here if you want to see it. This is the affidavit which is filed in the district court in Ahmedabad on that date.
Arnab, give me one instance where Digvijay Singh has questioned this, whether Ishrat Jahan is a terrorist or not a terrorist. Okay. Give me one instance where Digvijay Singh has questioned that.
I thought you went and met the Home Minister.
How do you know that what I have discussed with Home Minister?
Were you discussing the weather?
What? I was maybe discussing Telangana. The issue is, this is what I am saying.
You made a comment after coming out from the Home Minister's residence.
Listen,
you made a comment about Ishrat Jahan.
You did. Listen to me. Did I say that Ishrat Jahan is innocent? Mr. Arnab, please be fair to me also. Don't go by perceptions. Don't go by conspiracy theories in your mind or the BJP's mind. What I'm trying to say is, give me one instance where Digvijay Singh has questioned whether Ishrat Jahan is a terrorist or not a terrorist, or has links with terrorists or not terrorists. One second. Let me finish. The point is that the fact remains that Ishrat Jahan, along with 3 people, were killed in an encounter. Supposedly, they had come to kill Mr. Narendra Modi.
Yes.
It's a very interesting fact also.
Yes.
That ever since Mr. Banjara has been arrested, there has been no threat to the life of Mr. Narendra Modi. That's a fact. Number 2. After Ishrat Jahan's case, NIA team had gone to interrogate Headley. There were 2 NIA officers and 1 advocate. 2 days after the interrogation of Headley, the media reports sources that Headley has mentioned Ishrat Jahan's name. Okay. The whole country gets a perception that Headley has given the name of Ishrat Jahan. Okay. The whole country, that it was flashed throughout the country.
Right.
After that, the High Court asked the CBI to investigate the fake encounter. This fake encounter was first investigated by the magistrate, executive magistrate of Ahmedabad under the Gujarat government. And they found that this, Mr. Tamang was the executive magistrate. And they found it was a fake encounter. Okay. On basis of that, the aggrieved party went to the court. And the court ordered CBI investigation. And CBI investigation then led to confession by the then SP, Mr. Singhal, of Ahmedabad, who, on basis of that, the CBI has put in the first charge sheet, okay, of a fake encounter.
Right.
Now, suddenly the media gets into the game.
Media?
Yes, media.
Again, the media.
Yes, again. IB says one thing. CBI says, has charge sheeted on facts, which has taken a different stand. And NIA again comes with there are some NIA reports coming up which says that Ishrat Jahan was never mentioned in the report which NIA has put up to the Home Ministry of Mr. Headley. Now, the logical thing which came to my mind is, what is this happening in this government? IB is quoting something else, CBI is quoting something else, and NIA is quoting something else. And this logical line which I took was, for God's sake, the Home Ministry should move in and to clarify what's happening.
So you did speak to the Home Minister about it?
I did.
But then why did you just say you didn't?
What I said was that I had spoken to him about Telangana, and I put this thing in point because I had made it in the public domain. I had tweeted on this.
But Mr. Digvijay Singh,
I tweeted on this.
That's now. I have some counter questions.
Yes.
You explained your.
Go ahead.
My 3 counter questions to you on this is:
Yes.
First,
The prosecutor?
what business does, not as a prosecutor, as
Go
an
ahead, go ahead,
interviewer,
go ahead. Or interrogator.
What?
Come on.
Thank you for your wonderful epithets, Mr. Digvijay Singh. You're in a good mood. My first question to you is: what business do you have to go and tell the Home Minister what he's doing? You are a senior Congress leader,
Yes,
admitted.
yes.
First of all, why are you tutoring Mr. Sujit Kumar Shinde? Does the Home Minister of India need to be tutored?
Number
Question
one.
one. Go ahead. Question 2 is:
Should I answer just now or later?
You can choose.
I
You wanted to
will-
answer
yes,
now.
yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
There's no question of tutoring. As a citizen of this country, I feel that 3 different agencies of Government of India, if they are giving 3 kinds of information in the media, I don't know who is giving this, but media is quoting sources of IB, media is quoting sources of CBI, media is quoting sources of NIA. I don't know which one is correct.
Yes.
So it's my natural concern to bring to the notice of Mr. Home Minister, so what is happening?
Fine. Second point is,
That's not tutoring.
why did you not tell G.K. Pillai in November 2011, Mr. G.K. Pillai, you are lying? Mr. G.K. Pillai said that she was part of a terror module and they were concerned about it. No. What's very important?
Okay, go ahead.
Because in June 2013, closer to the elections, you're making this an issue. In November 2011, you have not answered. So my question is, why didn't you take on the Home Ministry then? That's question 2.
Now I'll answer to that.
Yes.
I have never questioned the issue of Ishrat Jahan being a terrorist or not being terrorist. Have I?
You acknowledge that the Home Ministry said very clearly on record.
Come on. Arnav, you are caught with this.
No, there is a quote here.
What is
G.K.
the quote?
Pillai says very clearly, we are concerned.
Has Digvijay Singh responded?
Do you not trust the? Do you not trust the?
I have
Home
never
Ministry?
questioned it.
So G.K. Pillai said the same thing in the same term.
I have never.
Do you
I have never.
believe Ishrat Jahan was a terrorist?
I have never questioned it. How do I know?
Do you believe she was a
How
terrorist?
do I know? Am I an investigating agency?
So do you think all the people who are out there saying she was not a terrorist are also rushing to quick conclusions?
No, I have never questioned whether Ishrat Jahan is a terrorist or not a terrorist, whether she had links with terrorists or not terrorists.
So
this is for the investigation agencies to find out. Digvijay Singh is not an investigating
my
agency.
simple point is, investigating agencies don't need political pressure.
Absolutely correct.
Therefore,
Absolutely
investigating agencies don't need to work in a climate where Digvijay Singh, senior-most leader of the Congress party with considerable clout in government, walks into the Home Minister's office and begins picking up an issue which is in direct contradiction with what the Home Ministry itself said in November 2011.
And
what the MHA said in the
you are
affidavit
going with an
2011.
you are going with the assumption that Digvijay Singh is questioned whether Ishrat Jahan is a terrorist or not a terrorist.
Digvijay Singh is putting political pressure.